Jade Cargill breaking down in tears after her husband, Brandon Phillips, files for divorce. Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we've got some truly surprising and heartwarming news from the WWE Universe. Title: Jade Cargill breaks down in tears after husband Brandon Phillips files for divorce. WWE emotional fallout. This was the moment no one saw coming. Jade Cargill, one of WWE's most dominant and confident superstars, the storm that never breaks, finally did. She broke into tears, and the reason is one that struck at the very heart of who she is. After months of speculation, rumors, and subtle signs behind the scenes, it's now official. Brandon Phillips, former MLB All-Star and Jade's husband of nearly 5 years, has filed for divorce. And the emotional fallout is sending shockwaves throughout the WWE Universe. Jade Cargill walking alone backstage at SmackDown, looking visibly shaken. What happened between the powerhouse couple who once looked unbreakable? What did Brandon Phillips say in the divorce documents? And how is Jade's personal heartbreak affecting her in-ring future? Today, we tell the full story of love lost, emotional collapse, and what lies ahead for one of wrestling's most talked about women. Let's begin. The power couple, from baseball diamonds to WWE rings. Before the tears, before the silence, there was once fire, passion, and dreams shared. Jade Cargill and Brandon Phillips met in the late 2010s. She was rising in the fitness and bodybuilding world, while he was wrapping up a legendary baseball career. Two driven athletes, two alpha personalities, two worlds colliding in a whirlwind romance. By 2020, they were married. They kept much of their personal life private. Rare interviews, selective public appearances, but those who knew them said they had chemistry that sparked the room. Brandon supported Jade when she entered AEW. He was there when she became the inaugural TBS champion. He was seen in the crowd. He was her rock. And when Jade made the monumental move to WWE in late 2023, Brandon was still in her corner, or so it seemed. But behind closed doors, cracks were forming. The first signs of trouble. It started subtly. Brandon stopped appearing ringside. Jade, usually bold and vocal about her love, became quiet in interviews when asked about home life. And sources close to the couple began whispering. A growing emotional distance, conflicting schedules, jealousy, even. In one backstage interview in early 2025, Jade was asked what Brandon thought of her feud with Bianca Belair. She responded with a cold smile. He's doing his thing. I'm doing mine. That's life. Fans didn't think much of it, until her tone began shifting on social media too. Cryptic tweets, deleted posts, then complete silence. And then, the breaking point came. Divorce documents filed. Brandon makes the move. On May 18, 2025, TMZ broke the news. Brandon Phillips had officially filed for divorce. Court documents cited irreconcilable differences. No further comment was made by Brandon, but reports from insiders close to the couple say the split had been in motion for months. Jade was caught completely off guard. One WWE producer, speaking anonymously, said Jade found out about the filing just hours before walking into a SmackDown taping. She got the call, and her whole energy just shifted. You could see the hurt in her eyes. She's strong, but in that moment, she wasn't a superstar, she was a woman blindsided. Jade Cargill breaks down backstage. Later that night, cameras captured what fans were never meant to see. Backstage, away from the ring lights, Jade was seen in a private hallway with tears streaming down her face. For minutes, she sat silently, head down, phone in hand. No glam, no toughness, just raw, unfiltered heartbreak. WWE sources say she was approached by Bayley and Bianca Belair, two women who know a thing or two about pain behind the curtain. Bayley reportedly put her arm around Jade and simply said, "You don't have to be strong all the time." Bianca stayed with her for nearly an hour. WWE officials quietly pulled Jade from the main event that night. And for once, the baddest woman in the company just needed space to cry. The WWE locker room reacts. The news sent shockwaves not just through fans, but through the locker room. Becky Lynch tweeted, "Personal heartbreak hits differently when the world's watching. Jade, take the time you need. Charlotte Flair posted a photo of herself with Jade from WrestleMania weekend, writing, "To the ones who carry it all on their shoulders, remember, even diamonds crack. Stay strong." Naomi, Jade's recent rival, posted nothing but a broken heart emoji. Even Paul Heyman, known for his calculated coldness, commented backstage, saying, "Jade is a once-in-a-generation talent. Whatever happens in her personal life, we will not let that define her legacy. But it will strengthen it." Jade's first public statement. 2 days after the divorce filing, Jade broke her silence. She posted a simple black screen on Instagram stories with white text. "Sometimes life hits you harder than the ring ever could. Thank you to everyone checking in. I'm still standing. Barely, but still standing." The WWE Universe erupted in support. Thousands of comments flooded in. "You got this, Queen. No man can break the storm that you are. Use the pain. Let it fuel you." And then, she vanished. No tweets. No appearances. No interviews. Is Jade leaving WWE? Rumors immediately began to swirl. Was Jade Cargill stepping away from WWE? Had the emotional strain broken her spirit? Some insiders claimed Jade had requested time off. Others said Triple H and WWE Creative were rewriting upcoming storylines to give her space. But then came the twist no one expected. On the May 24th episode of SmackDown, with the lights dimmed and the crowd silent, Jade Cargill's music hit. And she walked out, alone. No smile, no pyro, just intensity. She stood in the center of the ring and delivered one of the most honest promos of her career. Jade Cargill, in-ring promo. "I've been called a force of nature. A queen. A once-in-a-lifetime athlete. But this week, I felt like none of those things. I felt broken. And the truth is, I didn't want to come out here tonight. I wanted to hide, run, quit. But then I realized, that's not who I am. And that's not what my daughter deserves to see. So no matter what happens in my personal life, in this ring, I'm still her. I'm still Jade Cargill. And no divorce, no heartbreak, no man, is gonna stop that." The crowd erupted in chants of, "Jade, Jade, Jade." Tears were in her eyes. But this time, they weren't from pain. They were from power. Brandon speaks out. A week later, Brandon Phillips finally made a public statement. In an exclusive interview with a local Atlanta paper, he said, "Sometimes love changes. That doesn't mean it wasn't real. I'll always support Jade as a mother, a performer, and a person. This decision wasn't easy, but I believe it's what's best for both of us." The response online was mixed. Some fans criticized Brandon for filing during a critical time in Jade's career. Others respected his candor, but Jade said nothing in return. Silence was her answer. Where does Jade go from here? As of now, Jade remains on SmackDown. Her rivalry with Naomi has been paused. WWE is reportedly planning a redemption storyline centered around Jade's emotional resilience. Triple H is said to be personally overseeing her arc. The plan, to turn Jade's real pain into real power. She's expected to feud next with Tiffany Stratton in a story that will mirror her personal rise from emotional devastation. A queen reborn. The truth is, every great champion breaks. Even the strongest stumble, but what defines them is how they rise. Jade Cargill broke. Yes. She cried. She fell. She doubted. But now, she's rebuilding. Not as someone's wife. Not as someone's heartbreak. But as her own revolution. And when she rises again, and she will, it won't just be the comeback